Alright, so what we were doing with this guy was, let me get out of Discord so I get just a random joiner. We were positioning the joints. I did want to put a different color on them, and we were researching that, so let's find out what. Change joint color on Maya. Display wireframe color. Wireframe color. Yellow, please. That didn't work. Display. Wireframe color. Oh, I have to hit apply. There we go. That's much easier to see. Cool. I have joints showing in here. Joints. Alright. Oh, I could have just hit. Oh, never mind. That's a repeat. Why did I back out that far? I just wanted to get things framed up. Okay. So I'm gonna make it bend a little bit. Actually, I'm not sure that I do, because he's like... Yeah, I'll make it bend a little bit. That way it lines up in the middle of his neck. Let's do that. We do that from the side view. Here. Then we will rotate. Go down the chain a little bit, rotate a little bit more. And here. Actually, we need to go back. This needs to rotate some more. That one, just a hair. I want to reposition this one. I need to translate specifically on the X. That to bend there. Take a better look at that. Yeah, that's where his neck should bend. I may not need that last joint, actually, because his head is not going to bend in the middle. So let's stitch. Why are they structured like this? There we go. Let's stitch this one. And then we'll extend this one. We're up. It's going to be end of the head. Like that. I'll use different joints on the mushroom cap so that it can move independent. Actually, probably not even joints. I may just make that dynamic. Okay, spine's down. Gotta name the joints. So this is center. Spine. I think I'm gonna do spine. 01 center. Yeah, that's right. I can't remember my naming convention. Spine 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then let's do the arm joints. I'm trying to remember if I need to do that from the top view. I think so. I don't know why my my joints keep throwing me way out there. Weird. I'm gonna go from the top here. Yeah, that's right. Drop here. Drop another here. I need to see my stuff. Where are my joints? Oh, now they're showing. And somewhere down here, about that long. Yeah. Then I have to get those into view. It's gonna be tricky. Cached playback. Why are we doing caching? What are we caching? Oh, did I make my... I think I made my cloth all... Yeah, I did. They're end cloth, so it's generating that stuff. Just turn that off for right now. That'll get rid of all that. Much smoother. Okay, so I got my joint. It's on the floor though, so take that, bring it up. Go to the front view, back out. Set it into wireframe. I want to rotate that down just a little bit. Hang on. Hang on. Before I do that though, I want to make it move down just a little bit. Go to the top view. That's good. Good there. Perspective. Okay, let's do this all in perspective actually. So I'm going to take this joint, move her down, slide over. I got to make sure I hit the elbow there. Gotta make sure this joint lands on the shoulder. And I need to quit trying to use ZBrush navigation. Okay. Yeah, I want something like that. Be a little further out. Okay. Rotate her down. Translate X on this one. Just bring that down a little further. We want that somewhere where it's going to bend. I need to see the geo for this, so let's turn that on. I got my geo lined up for that. Perfect. We can rotate this now. Just kidding. Why is it disconnected? That's why. we go. I don't know how that happened. So we want that to be like that. Is that where we want the wrist to bend? Yeah, I guess that could be it. That could be the spot. It's got quite the bend in there already. Are we only rotating on the Y? Yeah, okay. And that's what we got on all of them. Good. Good, good, good. Don't want any rotations on the rest. No other translates either. And I think this actually, yeah, that works. Okay. Let's make a clav. Let me do this from the front view. Actually, it's gonna be the top view, not the front. That's hard to see. Oh, actually, let me... Yeah. Arm, 0, 1. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to do binds, that's what it is. I knew I was missing something. So it's... center, spine, 0, 1, bind. 0, 2, bind. 0, 3, bind. 4. 5. 6, but this one is actually waste because we're not going to bind the last joint to the skin. We still want to be in that view. This is left arm 0, 1 bind. This one 0, 2. This one's actually waste because we're going to use a different joint structure for the wrist and hand. That's waste. This music gets me. Alright, so let's create clav, which is just 2 joints. So it's going to be one that goes here and then comes over here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to rotate it just like that. I'm going to take a look at this in perspective because I knew it was down there. And we're going to translate it up. I want it to go in a little bit, like most clavicles would. I want to tilt it. Go back to this, have to translate Z and bring that back a little bit. A little bit more. And then I'm going to go back up. I need to rotate that down. It needs to be closer to this guy. Doesn't have to be exact, but closer. Then we're going to rotate it this way too. That will work. Okay, then we need to link the two. So first, let's do left clav 01 bind. Zero two waste. Okay, got those. I might do a stretchy spine on this guy. Some of that geo. Could have done better with that geo. I still could, it's not bound yet. I think I'm going to come back and fix that before I bind. I could do something about that. Yeah, I need to make it loop around. That's what I need to do. Yep. We'll fix it. Okay. So, legs. Let me see. I want to see what my whatchamacallit looks like, actually. I forget how to turn on my axis. It's one of these. Have to have them selected. No, not that. I don't want vertices. I want these guys. I just want to see. I'm supposed to turn everything off except for that? No. I don't remember how to turn the axes. This is what happens when you don't work in a program for a while. Show. Let's do show all. And then there it is. Okay. It had to do with that. Z forward, good. I just want this actually. So that's good for those guys. I need to come back here. Touch this one, and then go back to this, and then I'll see him. Okay. Z forward. Good. Good, good, good. I think, was this Z forward? It is. Good stuff. Alright. Then let's do the hips. Which, actually, for the hips, I'm just going to take the bind here and duplicate it. So, take this, put it up here. Not there. Not there either. Just below. I'm going to make a group for end cloth. I need a group for Geo. No, not that. Mr. Amanita. Geo. You know, I should have brought him to scale before I started doing anything. I do that right now. I may have to redo my joints. That kind of sucks. Mr. Amanita. Joints. Controls. Geo joins controls and cloth. Good, good, good. We're going to increment and save, which should be Control Shift S. No, it's my increment and save on Windows. Control Alt S. Okay. We are actually, what I need to do is take this. Need to delete the rest. Then we take this, call it center, hips, 0, 1, bind. Then we're going to take it and scale it just a little bit so it's bigger. Actually, we're going to do that by selecting this. Is our joint size? Oh, radius. That's right. I'm going to make that 0.75. There we go. Oh, that's right. I was going to scale. Let's scale. In order to do this, I need to drop square. Turn my grid on for a second. And then I need to snap this to bottom vertice. Down here. Not the corner though, so I just want this guy here, there. Then we're going to move it up. We'll go from the front. We're going to hold X and move it up. Not that far up. Right there. And then we are going to move it over to the side. And we're going to scale. don't know how tall Mr. Mushroom is here. Mr. Amanita. Take the vertices and do pretty much the same thing where I hold V and look for the vertex here. I don't want that one. I don't want it to go sideways. I want it up and down. So it'll match the vertex that I hover over. That should be level. And then we're going to take a measuring tool. I have to find, I think it's display. Set it, modify, transformation tools. Where's our measuring tool? I forget where it's at. Select. It's not these. Measure tools, there we go. Distance. We're gonna snap it to the bottom and then to the top. 5.59 meters. It depends on what I have here. So let's take a look at our settings, Windows, General. And actually a quicker way to get there is just little running man. And then I'll just hit settings, centimeters. Okay, so 5.59 centimeters is how tall. Let's Google, shall we? Centimeters. I'm gonna go the other way around. Centimeters to inches. He's only 2 inches tall, which is a little small. I think he's gonna be more like 6 foot. How many inches is 6 foot? Needs to be 72 inches. Oops. 14 centimeters. If we want a 6 foot. 170, okay. 6 foot. 182. Okay, so let's go back to my I really gotta stretch this thing. There's a way I can make that stick to that. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't want that one. And I can't select anything because I don't have the right thing selected. Delete. One 182. That's how tall he should be. So I am gonna have to redo my joints, but first I'm gonna take all of my geo. Bring it into here. I don't know what this fluid texture 2D is. There we go. And actually the end cloth, I'll go ahead and get rid of the end cloth for right now. We'll come back, we'll recreate it. I don't need my locators. can move my joints under my joint stuff. Get our lights, we get our backdrop. Okay. I want to take this guy. I'm going to scale it. Way up. Way up. There we go. Now he's the right size. Then we're going to freeze transforms. Now he's at 1. Alright, I can't do the same thing with my joints, so I'm gonna delete all these and redo them. Just want to make sure that everything in here is showing the way that it should. So, I'm gonna unhide these guys. Yeah, I think we're good. Looks good. So for the moment, I'm going to add this to a layer. Call it Geo. Make it reference. That means I can't touch it, which is a good thing while you're rigging. And let's go ahead and save scene as. I don't know why I called this rigged. It's not done yet. Scaled. Alright, so again, take my shell. Oh, you see I have 2 different pieces here because I was going to create... Yeah, that's what's going on. I forgot that I was making another piece. That's okay. Don't need that showing right now. We'll come back to all these pieces and actually make them dynamic. Gonna hide those. We don't need the colliders. And actually I want to take these. I want to take my colliders and put them down near the bottom. Okay. Guess I didn't have a right arm collider. Interesting. I want to make all of these dynamic too. So it'd be really cool to have these guys just waving like organic pieces. It'd be awesome. Yeah, those clips were pretty good. Those dodges were epic. He was trying to hit you with some long shots on the axes. With the axes. I'm gonna take all my lights and stuff and scale those too. So let's go and group these, call it environments. And then we're going to take that and scale it up too. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to have to come back to my lights and make them shine again. Oh well. Oh well. I can't see textures or anything. Hmm. That first clip, the game was done, but I got Flash and the unhook. There was weren't they doing actual tournaments for Dead by Daylight at one point? Like there was money prizes for that stuff? I'm kind of curious actually. Let's see. Full list of Dead by Daylight. Esports. I can't believe it's an esport. It's crazy. Such a unique game to make into an esport. AT&T, wow. That was, wow, that was just done. Beginning of this month. And Mizkif. I think I've watched them. Tim the Tatman. Lyric. Wait, what was the... Did they actually win it, or is... Oh, it's just for broadcasting? Come on. Actual gameplay. No, they just do casual tournaments sometimes. Oh, I see. Yeah, I wonder, like, what was the prize on this? What were the rules? How many people watched it? Let's search up the AT&T Annihilator Cup. That's probably going to tell us. Oh. It was a mixture. Okay. 20 incredible streamers. Compete across 5 something. I think it said 5 games. Yeah, Dead by Daylight was one of them. 350K was on the line. That's crazy. But it was only streamers. What were the rules? Competitors will be split into 4 teams of 5. Teams will play 3 round-robin games. After seeding, teams will match up in semifinals, then finals lobbies. Every competitor must be killer once through the 5 games. So it's just whoever gets the most points here, okay. Points per generator completed. 3 points for escape without being hooked. Ooh. Escape without being hooked. That's tough. 2 points per escape. So Mizkif won, I guess? That's interesting. What other Dead by Daylight tournaments are there? This one's coming up? No. Oh, are these the backwards 0 dates here? I think they are. So this would be coming up from the 15th, no, wait a minute, 17, 20, 22, 3, 4, there's nothing coming up, according to this. Let's see, anywhere else? I love how there's sites everywhere with tournaments for random games now. So freaking cool. I remember when I was gaming and doing competitive, it was all like two sites. You had Cal, and then you had Team Warfare League. So you would do actual leagues. You'd have to organize the battles, and then the ranking system was based on like an honor system for that team to go report the win, other team to report the loss. And pretty much everybody kept everybody honest, but just so much better now. I don't like it when the game itself tries to create its own league and its own competitive like rank system, like the whole thing with Apex and having rankings and all that stuff. I don't like, and Call of Duty does that too. And then they consider that like amateur because you have to get all the way to the top and you're competing with random players. Like, why does that count towards actual like competitive gaming? That, I don't know, just bothers me. So there's one in September. First prize gets 150 pounds. Hosted by the Pug King. You need killer and survivors. And they can't spell or what? Surveyors? August 25th. Tournament 1x1 on Blight's Add Me. It's Russian. Heroes of the Storm. Oh yeah. Heroes of the Dorm. Tournaments, Dead by Daylight Forum. Did you, how'd you do in that tournament? The tournament was fun because it's like March Madness but with Heroes of the Storm. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the whole idea behind Heroes of the Storm was cool. All those characters that were based off of Blizzard games. Pretty damn cool. But League of Legends and what's the other one? I can't remember the name right now. The gory one that Steam made. But those two were kind of dominating the scene. Didn't do great. We won a couple, but didn't make it out of the group stage. I see. Yeah, it's always fun to just compete. I tried to compete in a Rocket League tournament like a year ago, and man, did I get my ass kicked. It was fun though. Rocket League's insane. These people have so many skills, just mathematically in their head, how they're calculating where the freaking ball's gonna bounce, and they're capable of putting their car in that position and carrying it into the goal. That stuff blows my mind. But I'm glad a game like that exists because, like, how can you even cheat on that? You can't. I don't think there's any cheating happening in Rocket League just because how? Looks like the scene's kind of dead with tournaments, unless you're playing in one of those ones that I was just looking at. That's too bad. One of your friends is Grand Champ? Yeah, that takes some serious skill to do that. It's insane. I got pretty good at it. I don't remember what rank I was, but it wasn't Grand Champ, that's for sure. It was like, maybe Platinum? I think? I don't remember. Rising Star? Rising Star, I think that's what it was. Challenger mode. So this is where my son competes in a bunch of tournaments on here. Not for Dead by Daylight, but for Valorant. So if I'm looking for Dead by Daylight, I go to games. It's not even on here? What was I just looking at then? "1v1 tournament, 1v1 10 kills, lame, $10, $12. How do you even do a 1v1? I don't understand. Where are the rules at? Is it like killer? Like whoever gets... I don't know. I don't even know how to think about what this would even look like as like a tournament. What do you even do? Yeah, I don't know either. What are these ones? Is somebody that you were just playing with?
I'm just playing like there's bathwater on the line that has. She's like, no mistake. Nice.
Oh, that was slick. And you got him off the hook.
Oh, look, she's holding it. She's got it ready. Oh my god.
Oh. What's this one?
This would be so nice. Can't afford to do that in California.
Oh, was this a different view on the same game? Is that the hunter where you're dancing? Wait.
Alright, there you go. I washed my hair today. Before stream.
Oh.
It smells like... I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What?
Wait a minute. Yeah, those are the axes, right?
That's actually hilarious.
Oh, that's cool. You're seeing the.
Yes!
It's cool to see the other side of it.
Someone made it to be so nice. Can't afford to do that in California. That's fair. Thank you for the family. One sniffle. Alright, there you go.
Got the parry with the dead hard. Alright, where was I? Let's see. Where are these all? Oh, that's why. Okay, so I had to start over. I'm going to do it from the front view here. Zoom in. Okay. I can't select the mesh. I do this and hit F. There we go. That's better. Go to, actually before I start laying down these joints, I want to come over here and change the size. Because now I probably don't need them that small. It's half-second windows, so sometimes it's hard to pull off. Oh, that hatchet? Like you have to count... Like I guess after you've played long enough, you probably have it in the back of your head, like how long it's going to take. I started to get that way with Apex just a few minutes ago, where like, okay, it's going to take them this long to do the shield recharge or reload. But just still amazing to see it. Like when you know how long it's going to take for them to throw an axe. Once you've played enough, I guess, just comes secondhand. There is... Okay, so we had one. Actually, I did this from the side view last time. That's what I need to do. Here. Up. Actually, I need to make these joints a little bit bigger now. Do that now. They become hard to see them. At least double up on the size there. Actually, maybe triple. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Looks there. Looks there. Let's put this up here. One up here. Okay. Again, I gotta do the color. Wireframe, color, apply. Apply. Close. Go. Then I'm gonna rotate things. Take a look at it. See if we got everything all centered and stuff. That looks good. Then here, here, here. Yep, that looks good. Go center. Spine 01 bind. Bind. Form. Actually shouldn't make I'm not going to make the head and spine connected. I'm going to delete this one actually. I'm going to make them two separate pieces. So I'm going to duplicate this one. Drag it out. Head 01 bind. And then continue that. Upward. LZ. Not you, I want this one. Got it. See you, man. Have a good night. I gotta do the same here in a second. I think I'll wait another 20 minutes and it'll crash. Get the arms and hips and stuff in place, hopefully. Top view. Oh, too close. Let's pull up Geo. There we go. Alright, so we needed a joint here, coming out here, going to here, go back to this view, that up. Somewhere like there. Rotate it down. Just gotta go back a little bit. Oh. It's hard to tell if that's in the center. I think it is. Don't want it to be too far out there. Let's turn the geo back on. Take that down. That far down. Translate this out. See if we ended up putting it in the middle of the edge loops there. Down, give that a little rotate. Let's translate that back. Shouldn't be that close, that far. We'll go back to the top view for this one. Maybe we want this perspective for that. That works. Kind of seems like I'm in the center. I may have to like rotate this one here just a little bit. Something like that. Good stuff. Okay. Left arm, circle and bind. Two. And waste. All right. And now do lav. I think they did that from the top here. Here to here. Come back here. Bring it back up. Pull it down, push back. And then rotate it over. think we're good on the clav. Did that come out as joint 2 and 3? Left clav, 0, 1 bind. And then 2 waist. I could spell waste, right? Okay. Guess I'll do the hip, which is very simple. I'm just gonna duplicate. What just happened there? Oh, select none, that's Alt-D. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Actually hit the wrong button and learned something. Control-D is what I wanted. Center hip. 0, 1 bind. Open it up and delete. Take this, make it the radius of 4. There's our hip. Take these, and wireframe color, yellow, apply. Okay, now that we have the hips, I can do the legs. Though there's really not going to be much to these legs because I don't think I'm going to be bending them at all. I think it is really just going to be joint from here to here. This thing should not bend at all. Yep. Want that to remain stiff. Yep. So I'll just start there, draw it down, go back up, and then we're going to rotate. Check it out from the front. Move it over. Give it a little rotate. Back to the side. Translate X just a bit. Let's zoom in on that. That works. Then, I'm gonna name these left leg 0, 1 bind. To waist. I'm gonna drop these inside of the hip. Actually, we won't do that yet, because I'm gonna mirror these across. Trying to think of how I'll do the mushrooms. I don't know that I want to do a joint system. I might do end hair. Hmm. Just make those strands of hair and then make them really stiff. But enough to where they bend and flex when he moves. Oh, let's change the color on these guys. Alright. Have those. Got fingers to do. And a wrist. So I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to duplicate that. Hello. Not that. Well, I think I duplicated probably 3 times. I did. Delete. Unpair. No, I did 3 times. Delete. Take this one. Let's move it out for a second. Bring it up to 2.5. And then we're going to call it left wrist. I want to do left, yeah, wrist. Paste. Or bind. 0, 1 bind. And then we need to make this stretch to the middle of the hand, so we're going to do one of these numbers. And we'll come over here, go back, and we're going to rotate stuff. Why is that all wonky? I don't want all that junk. We're not doing it that way. We're not doing it this way. Instead, do just like we did the others. Makes me wonder if my hips? No. No, I'm good. I should be okay. So, here, drag this out a little bit. And we'll come deal with it in perspective now. Go up, move this over. Why is it oriented that way? Because it put it inside of that. It's not what I wanted. Deselect. Drop the joint just here. And then about as long as it should be. It's on the floor, that's a good thing. That up. And over. Give it a rotate. Down. And then this guy definitely needs to come back a little bit. And we're going to rotate it into place. Here. Flip it over just a little. Get it down. That works, I think. Yeah, we should be good now. Call this left wrist. 0, 1 bind. And then this one's waist. Alright, let's see if we can do... What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a duplicate of this one. I don't know why I keep hitting Alt-A. I'm so used to doing that on the Mac. That's what's going on. It's the Alt button is where the Command button is. It's super confusing right now. Alright, so I want to take this, go based off of the object instead, and then I'm going to take the take that and move it on over. Give it a good rotate and turn. Something like that. Zoom in there a little bit. Be something like that. Need it to be this. Take this, bring it back. We want to rotate. It's interesting. If we're going to rotate, we're going to rotate on the Z, not on the Y. Yeah, let's do this first. I'm going to take this guy. Back to joints. Why is it going that way? Is X still pointing down? I wonder. Okay, so this should be like this, where I would just select that. Nope. Could probably add a joint in the middle. Joint tool. Here, no, select here. No, how does that work? How do you insert a joint in the middle? I've never done that. Skeleton insert joints. Here. How does that work? Oh, okay, worked as expected. Did it keep the orientation? It sure did. That's fancy. Okay, good. I like it. I do have some rotational things that I need to do though. So first, we're going to change the size of this one 1.5. Should be for all of them. 1.5. Come on, man. 0.5. Okay. Go back up to the top. We want this guy to rotate like that. Go back up, and we want this guy to now rotate like this. And a little bit like this. Okay. That should cause it to flex the way that I want it to. Left thumb 0, 1 bind. O2 bind. O3 waste. Okay. So I think I'm gonna call it here. And we'll come back to it tomorrow, early in the morning. Display, wireframe, yellow, apply, close. Okay. There we go, all our joints are visible. Just need to finish the rest of the fingers. We'll do a little mirror. Then we can start weighting. We'll bind and weight things. There's really not too much complexity to this character, actually. Aside from the dynamic pieces, like the mushrooms that are going to be moving on their own in the cloth. I think I'm going to make this have like a jiggle effect to it and his belly. We've done that in a long time, so I'll have to figure that out. But that's it for tonight. To be continued tomorrow.